Today on WSRH Extra, we veer off the beaten path of the South Florida Fair to keep history alive.
Also, we take a look at how one library is fighting hate in the Sunshine State.
Plus, a place where hair isn't the only thing with a rocking style. WSRH Extra
starts now. Welcome to this episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Reagan Bresnahan.
And I'm Olivia Evans. Today is January 15th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a day to celebrate the man who took the road less traveled to fight for civil rights for all.
And that's why, in this special edition of WSRH Extra, we take you off the beaten path.
Every year, over 500,000 people visit the South Florida Fair. But while most come for the entertaining shows, eccentric food, and exciting rides, some get stray from the beaten path to go back in time. WSRH Extra reporter Isa Fontecchio takes us to Yesteryear Village.
Here in West Palm Beach, the South Florida Fair attracts thousands of visitors. But just off this beaten path is a lesser-known blast from the past.
Yesteryear Village is a little bit of a step back in time.
That kids can come here and actually see history and really not know that they're learning history.
Jumping into the past may sound boring, but with over 30 hands-on attractions, it's sure to entertain.
And they can actually touch it and see it, not just in a book, and it sticks with them a little bit more.
Yesteryear has woodworking, cooking, a church, and even live music.
Very, very easy to be.
Ron Davis has been here for over 2 decades and keeps coming back.
I love it. Well, from my point of view, I hope they enjoy the music, but there's a certain social interacting that we're sort of losing these days. So I can get that here in this environment right here really well.
Beyond playing tunes and being social, Ron comes back for another more important reason.
I've been doing it for so long. It's like a family reunion. Folks keep coming back. Of course, at my age, we're losing folks, but their children and their grandchildren are coming.
Longtime volunteers credit this multi-generational commitment to special moments with the guests, which they were excited to share with us.
Not too long ago, I started making these hats that I'm wearing right now, and so a little boy came up to me here. Says, "You look like Grandpa Willy Wonka."
The kids come in here and check out all the desks, and it's like, well, we have tables, so it's kind of cool to hear how they're relating to what they have in school to what is in here.
With this passion and commitment, it's safe to say that Yesteryear Village will continue to grow off the beaten path. For WSRH Extra, I'm Isa Fontecchio.
Since the beginning of the Israel-Hamas war, anti-Semitic incidents in the U.S. has risen nearly 400%. But one local organization is taking a stand through their love of literature. WSRH Extra reporter Brock Plancarte introduces us to PJ Library.
PJ Library is back at Benner's Farm for the 8th year in a row, continuing to help educate young children about Judaism while making it enjoyable for the community.
PJ Library is an engagement program for families raising Jewish children. We mail free Jewish books to families with children ages 0 all the way through age 12.
Parent Rachel Sherdowski says the PJ Library is the perfect way for her family to integrate Judaism into their everyday life.
Every month, the books are related to whatever Jewish holiday is upcoming. It talks about traditions of different families, and it just kind of coincides with what our family traditions are.
The coordinator for the event says their goal is to enhance the Jewish community for future generations.
The purpose of PJ Library is really to be there to create future Jewish leaders and future Jewish children. So our mission is to really educate children and families with Jewish culture, Jewish...
PJ Library consistently advocates for Jewish culture and diversity in children's literature by incorporating historical narratives, including the community's response to anti-Semitism.
Our children have been, every event we have been making cards, and they've been sending letters over to Israel, and we are just, PJ Library as well as the Jewish community stands with Israel, as we always have and we always will.
PJ Library is the way to go. It is, I think, one of the most amazing foundations that exists.
For WSRH Extra, I'm Brock Flinkarsheim.
It's the dream of many Americans to someday own their own business. We found a reminder of this dream today, hidden off a bustling highway. WSRH Extra reporter Will Claude has the story and some pancakes.
In a Royal Palm Beach industrial park, tucked away between two body shops, lies a diner that exemplifies the American dream.
A coworker of mine told me about it about 10 years ago. I was getting my car tinted, and she's like, hey, why don't you go down to Morgan's? It's this little hole-in-the-wall place.
Morgan's is a tiny diner that seats less than 30 people. It offers traditional Southern breakfast items like pancakes, eggs, and biscuits and gravy. But how the owner came to possess this restaurant is less than traditional.
It was already named when I bought it. Like I said, I worked here for a year before I bought it. The gentleman held a note for me that I purchased it from. His daughter's name was Morgan. Legally, I wasn't allowed to change the name until the note was paid off. Now everybody knows it as Morgan's, but I tell everyone when you step inside, it's Patty's Place.
Whether you call it Patty's Place or Morgan's, the employees say there's definitely a bond with this restaurant.
It's like family, same thing. They're like brothers that I never had or ever wanted sometimes, but you know, it's just like family. Our customers take care of us, we take care of them.
That loyalty between employees and customers was tested in 2020, as COVID nearly shut down the restaurant for good.
And the amazing thing about my customers is they all knew that. And whenever they would come in, they would leave a $100 tip, a $200 tip to split amongst the employees for their pay for that day until I received the money. My crew decided to still stick with me and work for free until we got that money. Once we got it, we were golden.
Because we come here every Saturday. That's our day. They make you feel very welcomed. They're very down to earth, loving, caring people. Anytime if you need something, they're there for you. Like I said, they make you feel very welcome when you walk through that door.
From the outside, Morgan's may just look like a small diner, but on the inside, it's evident Patty has taken the less beaten path to get to where she is now. For WSRH Extra, I'm Will Claude.
Rock and roll lives on through concerts, loyal fans, and barbershops. WSRH Extra reporter Caitlin Clark sits us in the chair of a place where metal is more than just a genre.
Junior's Barbershop in Jupiter, Florida brings one man's passion to another man's profession. Steven Jr. is the owner of Junior's Barbershop, and his manager, Yvonne Diaz, says he wants the shop to spread his joy of rock and roll with those who come seeking a fresh cut.
Love this rock and roll shop is a piece of him. This is his love, music, arts, hair, creativeness.
From graffiti on the walls to electric guitars, this barbershop is decorated with memorabilia from decades of rock and roll history.
It keeps the barbershop flowing. You know, I mean, I'm not really a rock and roll guy, but it kind of rubbed off on me.
Barber Ruben Castillo says working at Junior's is really satisfying for him.
You know, when you enjoy what you do, it's not a job, they say. So to me, it's like I'm just having fun all day long.
Not only do the barbers resonate with the music, but so do many of the customers.
The music they play here reminds me of when I was younger, the music growing up, rock and roll, and the whole theme and motive is pretty cool here.
Amidst the musical vibe, Diaz says she has gained something from her work that's much more meaningful than just a salary.
We have grown up together with these people, and so they're more like a family, and then we have a rock and roll family.
Junior's Barbershop is really rocking and rolling their business day by day as they continue to go off their own beaten path. For WSRH Extra, I'm Caitlin Clark.
Well, that's it for this special edition of WSRH Extra, Off the Beaten Path. I'm Olivia Evans.
And I'm Reagan Bresnahan. Don't forget to follow us and send submissions to us at Seminole Ridge TV. See you next time.